And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Yes, we got one lined up, and I'm not sure where I want to start. I'll figure that out here in a minute. There's some good stuff out there. I'm seeing talks about stablecoin legislation already done. Like they're ready to vote on it done. Very interesting. I see moves that are happening all of a sudden now. I'm not going to get into that, but I think something is going on. Like I can see some shuffling and some movement, like behind the curtain movement stuff going on. And I'm like, now that's weird. That hasn't happened before. What you want to do is be in the right position before all this stuff happens. If something were to take off, and there might be a short term, something might take off, you won't be able to catch it. It's impossible to catch up. You've got to be ready beforehand for these kinds of things. We're going to discuss what I'm seeing here in just a minute, but let's start with the first 5 people. Thomas, Michelle, MK_P, Mark, and watch out, Henry Brown. There's a new rhymer in town. Oh my God. Then we got Adelina is here. Issa, Gordon Logan, AJ Singh, Linda McKinney. Let me just take a look here through the top chat real quick. Let's see. Let us go to, my name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't believe anything you see on the show. Everything on the show is fake. It's lies. This show is designed purposely to get you financially destroyed. Nothing on this show is worth watching at all. You should probably just change the channel right now. I'm just saying. Because my goal is to personally try to financially wreck you. That's my intention, okay? All right, now that I got that out of the way, YT is, their intention is to try to crash the channel. I was averaging about 1.4 million views. Now I think I'm getting, and all this all just happened very rapidly. Let me take a look. Okay, now I'm at 676 views in a month, and I used to be at 1.3 million, 1.4. So we're talking, I'm down 55%. Not possible. Well, we know it's possible. It's because of YT. So here's what I'm going to ask. Every video you see, now you have to show interaction. You can't just run videos, whatever, 8 hours a day and not interact, because then that starts setting off flags to the YT communist police. So here's what we got to do. You got to do all these things. Maybe not every day, but some of the stuff every day. First off, it's important that you go into the top chat and at least put a comment, even if it's the word comment. After the show, go into the comment section and leave a comment, even if it's just the word comment. And next, go to this video and save it to your favorites. Share this video. It shows more interaction. Share it to other people or even your own email. We're doing this so you can watch the show later, not trying to manipulate any kind of ad marketing or anything like that. Next, make a playlist of 8 videos play those videos while you're at home sitting there for 8 hours. I want you to watch every single commercial and all that, okay? While you're at work, 8 hours a day, set the playlist. Of course, I want you to just sit there and watch every single commercial, okay? This is our goal, not is to show that you're watching all the commercials, okay? Just want to put that out there because I know this is all being recorded, and I want it to be on the record where I'm telling you, watch the commercials 8 hours a day when you have a playlist made. Got it? Okay. Now we can get into this show. Let me just take a look. Now, who will follow? Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button, damn it. Do it now, damn it. All right, let's talk about Ohio. The state of Ohio. If you're around the world watching the United States, there's a state called Ohio. And we are going to look at what is going on in Ohio. It's very important. I want you to see this. Remember, nobody wants to go first, but nobody wants to be last, okay? That's how all this goes. Coinbase chief lawyer gives new cryptocurrency description in 3 words. Coinbase lawyer reveals 3 words that could become crypto's official government label. And let's find out what those 3 words are. This is very important because, again, nobody wants to go first. Nobody wants to go last. Ohio is appearing that it wants to go first, okay? Very interesting. Cryptocurrency just got a new label, and it might be one that finally sticks for government purposes. Coinbase chief legal officer Paul Grewal described it in 3 simple words: financial transaction device. It's not just a catchy phrase, but a nod to what is happening right now in Ohio, where top state officials are pushing to officially allow crypto payments to government services. On April 25th, Secretary of State Frank LaRose and Treasurer Robert Sprague called on the State Board of Deposit to recognize cryptocurrencies as a legitimate way to pay state fees. If the board agrees, it would be the first time Ohio designates digital assets as an authorized financial transaction device. That is the exact term Paul Grewal spoke out, saying cryptocurrency could and should be recognized this way. Shows a video here. Paul Grewal has a Twitter page, and you can click on here if you want. State governments are embracing crypto payments. Good on Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose and Robert Sprague, and calling on the Buckeye State to do just this. Cryptocurrency could and should be designated in financial transaction device. Ohio's not new to crypto. A few years back, the state briefly let businesses pay taxes in Bitcoin, but the effort was shut down after legal issues over how it was set up. This time, officials say they are following the right process from the start. The idea is simple. Let people and business use crypto through a state-approved payment processor, just like they would with a credit card. The value gets converted into dollars, and the state gets paid. Clean and by the book. Grewal's framing in 3 words captures something straightforward. Crypto does not need to be viewed as something different, and Ohio's initiative is all about incorporating digital payments into their daily government operations. If it works, it could set a precedent. It will. It will. I'm going to change this last sentence. The sentence should read, since this works, it will set a precedent for other states to follow. That is very interesting right there. I think what we're seeing now is the normalization. This is like a step. Look, to understand how we get rich, it's going to be a process, okay? It's not going to be, oh, bam, we're rich. No, you've got to have, this is what we're seeing right here. I'm showing you every day, step by step by step by step, every day. What you're looking for are the fireworks and the grand finale. You're not going to see that, okay? It's not how this works. This isn't a invest in crypto today and tomorrow you're rich. For the adults listening to the show, this is a process that's happening day by day. We're watching crypto innovations happening day by day. You've got the BlackRock tokenizing the treasury funds, and then somebody else jumps in and they're going to, then everybody's going to have a treasury fund. Ohio accepts payments in crypto. Then later on, little by little, but then everybody's going to accept, all the states are going to accept cryptos for payments of taxes or whatever. And then somebody else is going to do this. Then slowly everybody else is going to copy. That's how this is happening. It's a process. I'm showing you here. I wish it would all happen tomorrow, but it's not going to. The thing is, people, it's, here we go again, the boiled frog syndrome. If you get a bunch of frogs and throw them in some hot water, they're going to hop out. This is how all this happens. Little by little, each day, nobody notices. They go about their business. Oh, this crypto did that. Okay, that's nice. They look at the price. Nothing happens. Oh, forget it. They're living. All of a sudden, they hear a little bit of crypto news. And after that crypto news, they go and take a look at the price. Oh, nothing happened. And then pretty soon there's more crypto news. They don't even bother to look. And they don't even bother to look at the price. See how all this works? This is exactly how it all unfolds right in front of you, nice and slow, and you don't recognize. And then before you know it, you got 100% adoption everywhere. You go to the Department of Motor Vehicles to pay your registration, they accept crypto. You go to the gas station, they accept crypto. You go to the grocery store, they accept crypto. And then one day you look around and you're like, oh, shit. This crypto's all around. I think I'll go buy some. But then you go to the exchange and guess what? Oh, you got to be a accredited investor. What? It wasn't like that 3 years ago when, what was the name of that one website? Oh, yeah, Coinbase. Like, I can go to Coinbase and buy everything. Like, it won't be like that forever. Right now, you're watching Crypto Hulk Show. All this stuff is cheap. That's why I'm buying every month. I've already told you. In the beginning, there's 100 exchanges. And near the end, when this thing is ready to go, you won't have 100 exchanges. You'll have 10. And those 10 will be owned by the same 10 top banks right now. And then if you get your hands on crypto, you won't be able to hold it or custody it anymore. See how this goes? If you watch my program, you're going to get, and you still got time to accumulate before it's too late. You can have institutional custody. I have a sponsor to the show, Their name is Caleb and Brown, investment brokerage out of Australia and soon to be the United States. Interested in life. Hey, Hulk, instead of writing comment, try telling everyone to type in keywords you can give in the beginning and the end of the show. Thanks for all you do. All righty then. Let me check some. Vivek is definitely pro crypto. Yeah, I think due to the fact that Vivek is mixed up with Ohio, that's why we're seeing this. Took the tip. Michael G says, YT just took the tip, Hulk. Bruno Serra says, I just never comment. Yeah, as long as you just write the word comment or something in there at a minimum, that's fine. It's got to show interaction. What YouTube wants to do is shut down any kind of interaction you can. So just do that. Okay. Let's go to the next article right here. PayPal. No, I didn't get a chance to go over this yesterday. This is really interesting what we have here. A couple things going on. It's happening in Europe, number one, and then Germany, number two. We got a couple things here to look into. Now, I want you to see what's going on. This is what I'm talking about. It's all not going to happen at once. There's too much of a shock value. The learning curve is too steep, okay? Crypto's got to get rolled out slowly to where your grandmother can figure this shit out, okay? They've got to idiot-proof this thing so much that the average low IQ, knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing Democrat like Nancy Pelosi or Maxine Waters or what, any of these fools, they've got to roll. Elizabeth Warren's another low fruit grabbing. She grabs after the low fruit on a tree, not the high fruit, the fresh stuff. Mouth breathing, knuckle dragging Neanderthal chimp who has not evolved yet from being a monkey. PayPal launches contactless mobile wallet in Germany. There you go. That's the title. Now, I want you to see this. We've got to roll out crypto, right? Okay, but you got to have crypto wallets. There's all these things. Look, you can't just, it's not going to happen where we're all just going to be crypto rich and nobody accepts crypto at stores. You can't use it here. You can't use it there. Your banks can't store it or hold it for you, and you can't stake it or, see what I mean? Like, it's a nothing burger. You open up the burger, you got lettuce and tomatoes and some ketchup and no beef. Where's the beef? This is how it goes down. You got PayPal launching a contactless mobile wallet in Germany. Notice the credit card disappears. That's what the future is going to be. No credit card in your hand. It'll be on the phone. Okay. And then eventually it'll just be your face or your palm print or whatever it might be. You don't even need a phone. The phone will disappear. Okay. For payments, at least. PayPal launches. This is how all this goes down. A mobile wallet in Germany. Notice how this is not happening in the United States. They're launching it where? In Germany. Now, there's a reason why it's Germany. We'll discuss this in a little while. I think there's definitely some kind of connection with Germany and the United States. Oh, let me check on something real quick. Well, let's look at it right away. Let's talk about Germany. What's going on with Germany and Ripple? Well, we know, let me do a copy and a paste. Ripple's first bank partner, let me repeat, Ripple's first bank partner was a German bank. Now, it was one of those computer banks. There was not an actual location. In my opinion, what this is a division of the German government. They created a bank. Now, in Germany and France and stuff, they're kind of like communist countries in a way, or they're almost like it. The governments are in the banking system, okay? And you can have government-sponsored banks, or they call them state banks or whatever. Ripple Labs announces Fedor Bank AG as the first bank to use the Ripple protocol. And that's what we got here. Now, it's interesting. Why does Ripple, San Francisco, have to go to Germany to get a bank to join up with it? That's the first bank ever, okay? Now, right about the same time, Ripple hires a former German defense minister to be on the Ripple board, just about the same time. So Ripple in 2014 gets Fedor Bank. Ripple hits the scene. Ripple hits the ground running. It gets its first customer, which is a German bank. And I'm just thinking, why does it have to be Germany? Like, nobody in America would want to do this. No, it has to do with there's something going on with the 5 most powerful families in the world who are in control of all the governments in the world, who are in control of the banks. Somebody in Germany wanted to make sure they get in on this first. This is 2014. Now we're doing conspiracy time with Crypto Hulk. Gather around, children, sit down. Crypto Hulk, the master storyteller, has a story for you. There once was a business called Ripple. Anyhow, that's a German bank thing. Now, the article I just sent you here, look at this. Former German defense minister joins Ripple Labs advisory board. Now, this is interesting. Yep, gather around. Crypto Hulk, story times, the master storyteller. Look right here. Former German defense minister joins Ripple Labs 2014. Now, this is interesting. Crypto Hulk, why is all this stuff happening in 2014 with Ripple, with Germany? There's something called Codius. Codius came out of the closet in 2014 as well. Who made Codius? Let's look up right here. There's something called the Interledger Foundation, and it came out at about the same time. What the Interledger Foundation is Ripple's technology, the XRP ledger. In about 2015, it was invented. This Interledger protocol was released to the world. We call it Codius. That's 2014 also. But look who made it. 2 German guys, Evan Schwartz and Stefan Thomas. 2 German guys Crypto Hulk, this is starting to be very interesting. Why all this Germany stuff comes out in 2014. Well, it doesn't end there, because in 2020, a German company sells Ripple what we know as Medico, and that's the crypto custody, known right now as Ripple Custody. A German company. Let's look into this really quick. The name of it is Gisek and Devrent. It's a company that was founded in 1852. Oh, shit. Yes. If we scroll down to where, let's see right here. Scroll down to where it reads across in dark, bold, black writing, expansion of business activities and restructuring. Go to the year 2020 and you'll see this company owned Medico. Now, I know a Swiss company made it, probably a 3-letter government agency, but the German company, again, takes it over and then sells it to Ripple. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but it sure seems like I just threw out about 4 or 5 what is Codius? We'll start with Medico. Medico is Ripple's custody. The way Ripple controls the crypto is through Ripple custody. That came from Medico, which came from a Swiss company, but a German company owned it. German connection. Then Codius is how all the it's worked into the internet. Listen to this. Codius, which is the Interledger Protocol, is worked into the World Wide Web since 2015. That means if you're brand new, the whole internet is all ready to plug in to Ripple, because why? Ripple is already in the internet, ready to go. Who made Codius and Interledger Protocol? 2 German guys, Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz, who's probably related to David Schwartz, who's also related to Rebecca Schwartz, all of whom worked at Ripple in 2014. Now, what's all these German people doing at Ripple? Fedora Bank, Ripple hits the scene. Ripple's working in 2014. They just started, and guess what? They get their first bank, a German bank. What the hell's going on with Germany? What is the connection? I'm not going to look it up because I already know what it is. It's government. This whole Ripple thing is the government. I'm not going to show the evidence. I already lost 1 channel already. I'm not going to lose 2. I know where this goes. I studied Medico and Germany and Fedora Bank, and it kind of led me to some government-funded projects, which I'm not going to discuss. Back when I looked into Fedora Bank and did deep dives on it about 3 years ago, I'm like, oh, this is something And we're back. It appears that YT didn't really want me to discuss that. So we're going to go back to the article, okay? All righty then. So that's your evidence with Germany. Let me click out of that. But yeah, then Ripple hires a ex-German defense minister to be on their board. Like, what's up with that? And the German defense minister is like, totally, he wants a whole new payment system, huh? I think you all see the connections that I don't really need to tell you. All right. Sauerkraut and potato pancakes, huh? So PayPal launches this wallet in Germany because the Germans want control of this stuff. They're the ones calling the shots. Some very, very rich person has control of the German government, some family. In a global first, let's repeat that again. In a global first You notice how everything first is with Germany? Ripple's first bank is German bank. Here we have in a global first, Germany will soon get access to contactless feature through the latest version of PayPal. Now, PayPal is an American company. You got Elon Musk all mixed up in the beginning. And they go to Germany. This will, in a global first, users in Germany will soon get access to a contactless feature. Very interesting. Thanks for the little history lesson, Crypto Hulk. See, when other channels read an article like this, they have no idea. They'll just blah, 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 read the article. Okay, on to the next article. When Crypto Hulk sees it, boom, it's like, oh my God, this is something that you just can't read this article in 30 seconds. Not going to happen, okay? Next, we got MasterCard hooked up involved in this. This will enable shoppers to choose PayPal to pay with a simple tap of their phone at any location that accepts MasterCard. Oh, now we're going to get into MasterCard here. Let me get into the articles now. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this article anymore. Let me just go through all the truth bombs and then we're done. I've already made my case. Okay, here's this article here. PayPal and Venmo. So now we know that PayPal's working with Venmo. Now we got Visa involved in this. This is now it's going from some little PayPal thing where they're not using touch at all, and now all of a sudden it's all blown out. We got Germany all mixed up in this. You got PayPal, Venmo, and Visa together. They have something called Visa Plus. Now all of a sudden this just got even way more massive. You got Western Union involved. We got, lastly, Cross River Bank, Ripple partner from day one, Fiserv, Ripple partner from day one. I've been the only one showing you any of this stuff for almost 3 years now. No other channel has been showing the connections with Fiserv, Cross River Bank, none of them. These people got horse shit for brains that make these YouTube videos. Let's look right here. Visa. $250 million investment into Ripple technology. This is how big this gets. Ripple goes right into this PayPal thing. Next, Visa spends $925 million on Ripple technology. Here's the next article for that. Next, Cross River Bank. Ripple partner from day one. Let me show you the evidence on that. All these are mixed in with this PayPal contactless stuff in Germany and all this. Right here, Cross River Bank to integrate Ripple for real-time payments. When is this? 2014. Oh my God. Next, Crypto Hulk exclusive. Crypto Hulk was the only person to show you this on the whole internet. Nobody else for like at least 2.5, 3 years was showing this at all. Ripple Labs. Look right here. We got Ripple Labs. Meet the team. Fiserv. Go to the 19-second mark. Go to the 19-second mark. You'll see it. This is 2014. Ripple Labs, Meet the Team, Fiserv. Fiserv is a partner in all that PayPal, Venmo, Western Union, Cross River Bank, and all the rest. Ripple Labs joins Fedora Bank. I already showed you that one. Now, Medico, the custody solution that Ripple got from Germany, HSBC is using that. Who is HSBC? One of the top 5 banks in the world. Here's that evidence right there. HSBC partners with Ripple-owned Medico, right there, for tokenized security custody platform. This is like 2 years ago. I want you to see what's going on. 2 years ago, HSBC, one of the biggest banks in the world, hooks up with Ripple Medico so they can get crypto securities, everybody. They can hold crypto. See, HSBC already has crypto securities ready to go. We can see it. Why are they going to buy? Why is HSBC going to partner up with Ripple's Medico for having token securities if they don't already have them? So that means they must have been working on them in 2020 or 2021, because in 2023, Ripple's already providing custody. This is truly amazing. You know what? I don't know how far along we are. I want to say, I believe we're farther than what we think, okay? I'm showing you this right now. This article is 2 years ago. Ripple's Medico is already 2 years ago providing custody for one of the biggest banks in the world because they have crypto securities. And you know what cryptos move that? XDC. That's the crypto that does that. Any kind of tokenized security, of course, you're going to be paying with either XLM, but you're going to be paying the big movers with XDC. That's going to be used XDC and XRP. So there's that article. And that concludes that particular series of news. We're going to go to the next one here in a minute. We are really, I think we're really farther along than what they let us believe we are. I just read an article showing you 2 years ago, Ripple is providing custody for crypto securities. What? Yeah. That was 2 years ago. How many other... See, Ripple has all these closed, private, non-disclosure agreements. Ripple has private ledgers. I think they have more than one. I think they might have hundreds and hundreds. They have these private ledgers, probably with every single business they make, or every single business deal they make. I say they have a private ledger for it. I'm just guessing, but I'm sure that they do. And Ripple can deal with that company in the private ledger and do stuff. And then one day they could merge. They can merge the private ledgers and the public. Or I don't know. Maybe they could take some of the assets on the private ledger, take it off, and put it on. I don't know. I wouldn't hold anything past them. I say they're farther along than what we feel. See, you and me are looking at a price. I was the one that broke this on the internet. Dark pools. I showed you in a Mt. Gox article. We were reading on a Mt. Gox article where Jed McCaleb, the guy that started Ripple and Stellar, where Jed McCaleb had dark pools where you could buy crypto and sell it off the order books. No one's going to know. It won't affect the price. See, isn't that what we got going on now? You and me know they've got to be buying and selling this crypto and we don't see it. You and me know different businesses are getting crypto from Ripple, but it's not showing up. It's on private ledgers. They're not going to let you see everything. The price is very, very low because we can't see all the shit that they're doing. I want you to see this now. This makes sense, doesn't it? Now, what doesn't make sense is, how is all this crypto news happening? All the adoption. I'm reading article after article every fucking day, twice a day, showing you the adoption that's occurring and the prices never go up. That doesn't make sense, does it? And you're sitting there, yeah, that's exactly right, Crypto Hulk. None of this shit, crypto's not even going up at all. Are they even using it, Crypto Hulk? But if you were to watch my show every day, you'll be like, yeah, they're utilizing brand new. You got crypto company joining crypto, like Ripple is a member with Algorand, Hedera, Chainlink, all kinds of shit. Ripple's a member of a lot of countries. Ripple is a partnership. I mean, fuck, you got Ripple's technology in the internet with the Interledger protocol. Like, I'm reading all these things, but Crypto Hulk, the price never goes up. Now, how about if I run this scenario by which I just did? What if the reason you don't see a price increase, the reason we can't go to a ledger and look at all the stuff XRP is doing is because what if it's on private ledgers? Well, now that makes total sense right there. What if they're testing and doing all these things? You got bank versus bank, and they're testing each other and moving it around, all on private ledgers, all with non-disclosure agreements, because we know that they have them. What if it was all on these private ledgers? Now, wouldn't that make more sense? Yeah, it would actually, Crypto Hulk. That makes total sense. That's what's going on. Because the meter... There is no way that all this news happens and these crypto prices just don't go up. It's not possible. They are doing stuff to hide transactions, everybody. That is what's going on. There is no way Bitcoin has no use case at all. There's no way that shit's worth $90-something thousand. And Ethereum, I'm not reading in the news all the connections at the Ethereum Foundation, like with Ripple. Okay, where is Ethereum's Ripple group? There is none. Think about this. How's Ethereum $3,000 or whatever it costs, right? You got Ripple out there making deals for the past 10 years with banks and countries and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. You got Ripple out there making the fucking deals. They just bought Hidden Road for $1.2 billion or whatever it is. Ripple, the company, is worth $99 billion if you include the crypto that they have. $99 billion. And Bitcoin and Ethereum don't do a fucking thing. How are they so expensive? That's when the BS meter again goes off, but I'm not going to hit it. That is bullshit, okay? There's no fucking way those two cryptos are worth that much. They're not in the news. There's no real world use case like any other cryptos that I'm reading off, XDC, XLM, XRP. Those are always in the news. HBAR. These cryptos that I'm naming off are in the news every week, making deals, coming up with innovations to save the planet from a quantum attack. Chainlink is hooked up the Ripple. And then we look at Ethereum and Bitcoin, ain't nothing happening. And yet they're $3,000 and $99,000 or whatever. Makes no fucking sense, right? That's how I know something's going on. With all the news and connections, the past 5 years I've talked about with Ripple, The XRP, it's only gone from 15 cents to $2.15. You mean $2? It went up $2 in 5 years? Now, Bitcoin went from 12,000 up to 90,000. But XRP goes up $2 and Bitcoin goes up $90,000, 80,000 or something. Does that make sense? With Ripple and all the deals that they've made, how do they only go up $2 in 5 years? That's when the bullshit meter goes off, okay? That's why I'm still buying these different cryptos, because I know that it's not Ethereum and Bitcoin, okay? I know. They're never in the news. I'm a fundamental crypto purchaser. I don't buy dumb shit. I buy stuff when I look at it in the news. I see that partner's joining with that one to accomplish this, and they've got like BlackRock involved. Okay, fuck it, Ondo. Oh shit, let's get Axelar while we're at it. Well, that's a partner of Ripple, so let's get some XRP. See, look, I look at who are the biggest industry movers, what are they doing, and who are they doing it with? And then I'm like, I like that project because of that. Bitcoin, you can't answer it. Who are they working with? Nobody. Because there is no, see what I'm saying? Bitcoin, this whole thing's ridiculous. I don't buy shit just because it goes up, okay? You could have ABC dog shit coin go up $1 every day for the next 30 days. I'm not buying it. I don't see a use case. I don't see all the industry major players involved in ABC dog shit coin. I don't know why it's at 90,000. I'm still not going to buy any of it because I don't know when it's going to just disappear. That's what's up. Okay. We've got Linda McKinney. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Hulk looking under all the rocks. That's what I try to do. If I'm going to talk about a crypto on this channel, I need to see fundamental news. I need to see a use case that's going to change the world. Now, sometimes I'll tell you, hey, I got this crypto here. This might be a pump and dump. I'll let you know. I'm not telling anybody to buy nothing. I'm just letting you know what I see in a certain crypto, and you can do with it whatever you want. Chainlink, next article. Let's talk about Chainlink and how they're linked up with Ripple. And there's a crypto here you might want to invest in. It's a new one. I think it's in this article right here. Chainlink, yeah. Chainlink is now rewarding link stakers with tokens from other projects. Are you hearing me? Holler if you hear me. A new community engagement program will provide reward tokens to incentivize network participation on Chainlink. Now, this is very interesting. Chainlink announced a new incentive program to reward ecosystems participants and link stakers. Here we go with the new crypto. The first collaboration will be with infrastructure firm Space and Time. And they have a token called the SXT token. Let's look that up on Chainlink right now. Hold on. Let's look this up on Cointelegraph. No. Let me check an exchange. Let's look at CoinMarketCap then. I was going to do a little research on it, but let's just go straight to the exchange. Space and Time, up price. Here we go. This is a brand new crypto. About Space and Time. Space and Time is a decentralized data warehouse that brings zero knowledge verifiability Zero knowledge verifiability to date processing pipelines used by smart contracts. Launched in 2022. It's been around 3 years. I don't even see a price on this. The protocol allows developers to query both on-chain and off-chain date and verify results. Proofs are generated off-chain and verified by SXT Chain, a substrate-based blockchain that serves as a decentralized network. The SXT token is deployed as an ERC20 token on Ethereum and functions as the network's native utility token. SXT is used for staking, data processing payments, access control, and incentives. SXT chain, the chain itself, the SXT chain coordinates validator staking, consensus, and zero knowledge proof verification. How many tokens are there in circulation? They have a fixed supply of 5 billion. Right now, 28% of the total supply are in circulation. Well, it's not showing us where to buy them. Who are the founders of Space and Time? Nate Holiday made it, Scott Dykstra, Jay White, and Craig Holiday. What? Nate Holiday he advises Bain and Company. I've heard of them, and Chainlink Labs. So he's one of the guys that made this. Scott Dykstra is a CTO, Chief Technology Officer. He is previously Vice President of Cloud Engineering at Teradata. Another guy was a professor of mathematics and statistics. This other guy, Craig Holiday, started his career at PricewaterhouseCoopers. They're a very Ripple-friendly company. Where can you buy this? It's not telling us where we can buy it. So I just thought I would put that out there if anybody was interested. I couldn't really find too much about it. So that's, let me go back to this article here. Decentralized Oracle Network Chainlink unveiled a new incentive called Chainlink Rewards. The Season Genesis pilot is an experiment informing how the program could evolve into the future. I think it's more in like a beta test or something like that, but it's called Chainlink Rewards. You can go to Chainlink to find out more about this. Season Genesis launches May 8th. I'm going to give you a link. Let's go with this link here if you're interested. Okay, there's the link. So May 8th, that would be in about 2 days from now in the United States. If you're in Australia, it's 1 day from now. Chainlink's build program is designed to accelerate the growth of early stage and established projects in the Chainlink ecosystem. What I just showed you now is early stage, so early that you can't even go on to the crypto exchange and start buying this stuff. We're that early. You got to like right now, maybe somebody's selling it. I don't know. It's that early. You are that early in this XXT, okay? Sam X-Ray Thomas. With its season Genesis launch, the network's most active stakers will be eligible for 2% of the SXT token on May 8th when the incentive program launches. Okay. So you might want to put that on your calendar. I gave you the X web page to look this up. And it talks about ZK. Now, let me look on my Caleb and Brown account because I bought a crypto called ZK Sync. Let me take a look. I got to use Google Authenticator. Okay. Yeah, I have a crypto called ZK Sync. And I own about half. Let's say if I have 10 XRPs, I've got about 4 or 5 of these. So my ratio is almost 1 to 2 with XRP. But I got ZK Sync, and I'm not going to go teaching what is it and who's it with. That's on for another show. But yeah, I do have the ZK Sync because I feel there's something going on with that kind of a project. So let me click out of my Caleb and Brown account and look here. Let me click out of that. Now, here's an article, January of 2025, and it's where Ripple is a partner of Chainlink. So, why would I even consider Chainlink or the SXT token is because Ripple's mixed up in this. At least Ripple's mixed up with Chainlink. So to me, that means a lot. When Ripple's willing to work and put their name on a relationship with a company, and given Ripple's vast partnerships all around the world, that's why I'd even be willing to read this article to you, because I feel that if Ripple's willing to partner up with them, Chainlink's probably onto something, and you're in early. So just watch the exchanges. Maybe on the 8th, maybe they open it up. They do a green light May 8th where you can buy the SXT token. I don't know, but when you get it, you're going to have it before everybody else. Okay. So congratulations. And that'll be the end of that article. Let me check where we are as far as time. Oh, damn. We're at the 1 hour mark. Okay. I will have to wrap this up. Freedom Rings, thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Says, thank you, Hulk. So yeah, we'll wrap the show up with that SXT crypto, and you're early, and when you see it, maybe get it. It's up to you, right? Chainlink's pretty well connected to Ripple, and Ripple's not going to get hooked up with shady companies. So at least if they can help it. So there you have that. I definitely will have a show for the PM at 5 o'clock PM. That's in about 10 hours from now. We'll be going over what is happening with global payments all around the world, and what countries are hot, what's not, and what cryptos are right there hooking up these countries. The evidence is right there in the article. It'll show you what cryptos you want to buy. And I've got more articles lined up, so you'll have to come back for the PM show today. Definitely 5 o'clock PM Pacific. I'll see y'all later in that show. Take care, and I got stuff I got to do.